pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, public comment. Anyone have public comment? State your name in 3 minutes. Academic affairs.
So there's 2 agreements on which I think are both beneficial to students at Berwick. One is for the dual enrollment nursing program with CSIU. And the other is a pre-apprenticeship program with Penn College. The school plans will be on next week for our TSI plans for all 4 buildings. They're attached. Liz will be here next week to have a discussion about new courses. Any questions?
Athletics. Do you have anything for athletics?
No, nothing. Just we have 8 acclamations starting on 8:10 for just football. 8:14 golf starts. 8:17 is the first day of fall sports, first official day of practice, and 8:28 is the first official games.
You want to talk about the mound?
Yeah, we got the turf in finally after about 4 or 5 months, and I notified the mound guys, and they said sometime in September, so they're I can see their schedule, so we should have that done. Replace the part of the batter's box, the mound, and all the pegs for all the softball, for the softball bases and everything. So, like I said, should get that done in September sometime. We have nothing in the fall there, so we have a little bit of time there. Do some stuff. That's it. It's the mounds are like 7 or 8 pieces, and they can take it out. So what we're going to do is, and I talked to James today, like we'll have like a week on, a week off, because to do it every other day or something, the mound's pretty big. So we'll do. I'll try to do it in the beginning of the season where most fields are already wet. Like they'll do it like in the first week of the games that we'll have like 2 or 3 softball games.
You gonna play one game on that field?
Not every home. I'm going to talk to Emily to see they like their field. I mean, our softball field's in great shape. Just right at the beginning when everybody's grass, you you start in March. So I'm gonna have a conversation with them to see what they prefer to do.
Good. Yeah, because she'll be involved in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the only other thing with athletics, our rifle coach changed, as you guys are well aware. Kathy, who served the district as coach for many years, she kept those rifles in her car. The new coach does not want to keep them in her car, so I have both looking in. We're going to have to get some type of gun safe or something that we're going to have to put at one of our buildings to house the 22s. So he's in the process of looking into that now.
They keep I think they keep the clips separate. I think what they do there, and then we'll just store the guns in there. We kind of threw around. Tim, the new coach, kind of came over and met with me. We were trying to maybe do something at Nogos where we can get a van and kind of keep it in there, but no cameras or anything over there. So, to a conclusion that we'll do something in the high school by the varsity gym. There's a room where you walk in the hallway to the weight room there, and put like a safe or 2 in there for the guns, because that's where they get picked up for away trips. And I think they practice like 2 times a week, so they would just have to load them up and bring the guns over and bring them back.
Have we asked the regular for the meeting to talk to whoever's in charge?
Not yet, because the reason was because there's, in that building itself, there's nowhere to store.
No, I know, that was what we were talking about. We were talking about storing there.
With the building. I can arrange one.
I mean,
Is the board want to do that?
right, but
Yeah,
the board
I'm
has
happy
talked,
to set up
the
whatever
board
you
has
guys
talked
want.
about that since I've been on the board. And I haven't heard anyone say they didn't want to do
Okay.
it. I've said several times I did want to do it. And
You
nothing
probably
had been
need
set
to
up
pick
yet.
the shed up, assuming
We need to talk to the people. We've had this
Yeah.
conversation too many times already.
You should talk.
I want to know who to talk to and see if the committee will talk to.
We'll set up a meeting, everybody's in favor of that with the owners?
Yes, you can, I agree with what Bob says, have them closer to where they're
If
shooting.
it's not feasible, it's not feasible, but let's do step number
Let's-
2.
It's-
You're talking not gun safes, you're talking like a
I'm-
facility.
I'm talking, I want to know who to talk to on this first, because I
Sure.
never knew who that is. And I'd like to have the discussion, is it feasible to put a building there with a safe in it? Because I still, and I hunt and all that, I don't love
I
any
agree.
of the guns being in the varsity gym hall.
I don't
Not
disagree.
keen on that.
I don't disagree. The current setup over there, I don't see that.
No, we can't, there's nothing
So,
in it.
short term, we're gonna have to do something. We did contact other schools that have rifle range or rifle teams. It's not uncommon to have it, but I don't disagree with what you just said. So, we'll set up a meeting.
Conversation needs to happen.
I'll add it, but, board members, you guys can let me know if you want to be part of that meeting when it's set up.
Thank you.
Budget, do we have any budget hearings?
Any questions about anything? That's the answer.
Building and grounds.
So, one thing that I want to draw your attention to is that the state opened up the public school facility improvement grant again for additional projects. That is part of last year's budget, so it's not new. It's not new for the state. It's not this year's allocation if they're going to have that again, is what I meant. There is an opportunity that we could go after replacing the middle school elevator, maybe not replacing, but modernizing that. This is something that you guys looked into a couple years ago. Brent had put it into, I think, the project, or we're planning to put it in with the middle school roof, right? If you want to do that, and we would get awarded it, it's a 25% match. The number that we have is $129,000. What happens over there, and I'll let you speak on it because I have not experienced it, but we have had situations where staff and students get stuck in there.
It's true.
Yeah, okay. If we went after that and the cost was $129,000 and we were awarded the 75%, our match would be $32,302.50. I'm talking to you about it today because the state put it out and said you got about a week to submit. If you want to submit, it's due August 7th. We actually wrote it today, just in preparation that this is something that you want to explore and see if we get awarded. So we're ready to go. The only piece is we would have to add a resolution to next month's meeting. The state did come out and say that they understand that boards won't have that resolution passed by the 7th. So what I would do is put that in and predate it for the 10th. Certainly if it wouldn't get approved, we could back out of that, but it's due the 7th, so that is and I would need a signature from you as far as the matching funds that we would put together. So if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them, but I would need direction if that's something that you want me to apply for.
I think we should.
Wasn't that much work put into it since it was installed?
I don't know when it was installed.
I couldn't tell you the exact, I know the hydraulics on it are antiquated, and that's some of the reason. The electrical is why people get stuck in it, so it's definitely due for an upgrade. It's been due.
So I heard from one that you want me to submit it. Is there any others?
Yeah, I think submitted, yeah.
We'll submit that tomorrow. And then we'll add the motions that we need onto the next week's. Anything else going to grounds? buildings are ready to go.
Okay, CSIU,
Nothing for
policy.
I don't have anything unless superintendent has something.
Now, the only thing that probably needs discussed is if you're doing anything with cell phones or not. The handbooks that will be on next week, we have language in there that kids can't have them. High school, we've already talked that they have to take a hard line this year to not have kids on them in hallways and things like that. But that was discussed as a board here. I'm not advocating for it, but handbooks need to be done next week. We certainly wouldn't have a change in policy if that happens anyway for at least 2 months.
How is the middle school with the about nothing?
It's been good.
Yeah, the only other thing, it's state regulation now, is the recess mandate that came out of the state budget. So grades K to 5 have to have 30 minutes of recess daily. The only schedule that really changes is the 5th grade. But I think 5th grade or middle school, you have a plan for that, and we'll be able to implement that for the start. That's it.
Tech, there isn't much of an update. We haven't met since our last meeting. Other than the superintendents have worked very hard to get the school in, for getting the school for the shape we're in. We're going to have a meeting, committee as a whole, next week. We're going to try hire some additional hires and probably look at an interim director. Until that happens, I don't have much more to update. Okay. Regular board meeting agendas for next week, August 10th. Anyone got a chance to review? Any questions, comments, concerns? Any school members have comments? Questions, concerns? Business, old business? Okay.
The only thing I have on here, there is a quote attached. We were just talking about it. I don't know if there is mental health and safety money attached to this year's budget. I have not seen anything about that yet. What tends to happen is in August, the state releases that. I think maybe like the past 4 to 5 years, schools have gotten that money. Last couple of years, Berwick's gotten $150,000. When it comes out, it does not. The state does not give you a whole lot of time. They usually say, okay, you got 20 days to submit. So if we have $150,000, I think we need to talk about what are we going to use that for. The quote that is attached is for Southern has the push button that connects to 911. That is an option. And I also would advocate for replacement of the middle school cameras out of that money, but it's really not worth a discussion until we know if we're getting that money or not. But I just wanted to get you thinking about desires. Last year we spent it all on metal detectors, so we may have $150,000 at some point and about 20 days to make a decision. So just start thinking about the topics I brought up or any other ideas or topics that you have as board members. That's it.
That system's advertised as independent network. Is that air gap independent network or just not tied to ours? I don't need the answer now. Just
Yeah, I think I'll need technology to help answer that question a little bit. So, talking over my head, but I know the quote that we got it's I think $33,000 upfront costs, and then it's like $30,000 a year. That is all in. They came out and surveyed it, gave us a proposal. Southern has it. I think some of us have gone down there. Votech has it. Does everybody know what I'm talking about?
I only asked about
There's
that.
a button that like everybody will wear on their lantern that I think like 3 clicks, it notifies like administration that you need someone to come into your classroom. and then I think like 9 clicks, and they make it 9 clicks, not to count 9 clicks, but just if there's a life-threatening situation, just keep hitting that button, and that goes straight to 911.
I only ask about if they advertise it as it comes as an independent network. So I asked about it being air-gapped, if that's, you know, is it subject to being hacked?
I will find that, but I don't know. They have a radio. They don't. They have the small radios. They don't work great, but they all have them. You said that's air gap.
You already talked about having metal detectors at sporting events.
Yeah, so we should probably talk about that. We're planning on having them. We'll have to move them, but we're planning on having them at football games coming up.
All 3 gates?
All 3 gates. We'll communicate to the public, you know, what sets them off as far as like umbrellas, different things like that, same as the kids here. We probably have to have some conversation as what is, and we have to do what's realistic as far as our lease and other sporting events, meaning winter sports. Are we to have them in every wrestling match, basketball game, girls, boys? I know we talked about that. I don't know what the decision was, but there is a lot of evening activities that we would have to staff. If that concerts, I don't know. But the plan right now is to get them into the football games and go from there. So think about that. We can have more winter sports or our ways off, but we should have some conversation prior to winter sports. Well, and when you think about basketball, understand, let's just use boys basketball. You have a 9th grade game, you have a JV game, you have a varsity game, so you're having, sometimes that starts about 5:30. So you have different waves of people coming in at different times. So you have to staff it like someone there pretty much the whole night. That's it, that's all I have. Oh, yeah, thanks. So these are getting mailed out to the community. I do this every year. Just a newsletter, things from last year, things from this year, important dates. This is getting mailed out today, so the community should start receiving this.
Okay, that wraps everything up this evening. Promotion to adjourn.
Second.
All fair, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say aye. See you next week.